NLWN-TV now brings you the In the Dugout show. A look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, join us in the dugout.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all of today's action as the Eau Claire Cavaliers jump back into CRBL play. Today we have a doubleheader as the 2-2 Cavaliers, who are 1-2 in the CRBL, take on the Eau Claire Bears, who coming into this weekend were 3-1 overall and 2-1 in the CRBL. Both of these teams are trying very hard to keep pace in the CRBL. Coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cavs and the Bears. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's perspective on today's games in the Pete Bartingale Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to get some perspective on how today's game fits in overall. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of the season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's doubleheader from Carson Park in Eau Claire. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Now in a few minutes, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will take on their crosstown rivals in the Eau Claire Bears in a doubleheader from Carson Park. This is an opportunity for the Cavaliers to get back on the winning side in the CRBL following their non-league 7-3 win over the Plum City Blues on Wednesday. In that win over the Blues, the Cavaliers' bats finally came alive, garnering 9 hits in the rain-shortened 5-inning game. Those hits included 4 doubles, 3 singles, a triple, and a home run. The Cavs were led at the plate by shortstop Jackson Vance, who went 2 for 2, hitting an RBI double and a single.
Fly ball out into left field, could find the gap, and it's going to. Back to the wall. O'Reilly comes in to score. Jackson Vance checks in at second with a double.
He was followed by second baseman Caden Erickson, who went 2 for 3 with an RBI single and a double that was good for 2 RBIs.
Here's the pitch. Laces it out into left field. That's past the left fielder off the wall. Nix comes in to score, rounding third, trying to get in, and he makes it into the plate is Jackson Vance, and Caden Erickson comes through with a double.
Connor O'Reilly and Cole Timon also contributed doubles and scored runs.
Line shot out into left field. You guys might be getting free appetizers because he's rounding first, going to second. He's going to be heading for 3. Now they're going to hold him at second. Connor O'Reilly with a double up the power alley in right center field. Fly ball out into left center field. It's off the wall, and Cole Timon is going to check in with a double.
In the bottom of the 3rd inning, Josh Garcia came to the plate with Vance on second, and Garcia hit one deep to center field. And when the smoke cleared, Vance had scored and Garcia was left standing on third.
Fly ball by Garcia into right center field, and it found the gap. It's going to roll out to the warning track. Garcia turns it on, heads into third base with a triple.
The next inning, Campbell Kapanke made his first appearance as a Cavalier, and boy did he make it count by hitting the first Cavalier home run of the season over the left field wall.
Here's the pitch. Long fly ball to left center field. Could be. And it's out of here. A 2-run home run for Campbell Kapanke in his first at-bat with the Eau Claire Cavaliers. That's a good way to start your Cavalier career, Campbell Kapanke. And see what your brother has to say about that.
On the mound, the Cavs were led by the reasonably effective pitching of Austin Getch, who threw all 5 innings and was credited with the win. Today, the Cavaliers take on the Eau Claire Bears. The Bears are coming off a 4-3 loss to the Eau Claire Rivermen last Sunday. Some of the leaders for the Bears include player-manager Chevy Tollefson, who's been solid throughout his career on the mound and threw a complete game in their CRBL opener against the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. At the plate, the Bears are led by Jimmy Thill, who had tied the league career record for triples with 14. Also, Blake Johnson and Austin LeMay have contributed home runs for the Bears. In addition, Nate Kent, Todd Lasher, and Joel Zackow have been solid at the plate. Leading the way at the plate for the Cavaliers is Campbell Kapanke, who, although it's a very small sample size, is hitting at a 1,000 clip. He's followed by another first-year Cavalier, Caden Erickson, who's hitting .667. Next come Jackson Vance, Cole Timon, and Ethan Kelberg, with Vance hitting .500, Timon at .417, and Kelberg at .400. Josh Garcia, Ryan Vinny, and Austin Getch round out the Cavaliers, who are hitting over .300, with each coming in at .333. Still leading the way on the mound for the Cavs is Lucas Costley. Costley has a 1-0 record with a 0.00 ERA. He has a whip of 1.07. Austin Getch has the second highest number of innings pitched with 6. He has a 1-0 record with an ERA of 4.50. Coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Pete Bartingale's perspective as we chat with him on the Pete Bartingale Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Time now for the Pete Bartingale Show, where Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, the Pete Bartingale Show.
Once again, we're talking with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale, and as usual, Pete, before we get into today's games, let's take a quick look back at Wednesday's game, where the Cavs seem to finally get their bats going in their 7-3 win over Plum City Blues. Your comments about that game?
Yeah, I think we got off to a little bit of a slow start there, but I know in our post-game interview there on Wednesday night, I forgot to mention that Connor O'Reilly, I think, got things going for us in a great way with a double in the gap there, and really probably could have been a triple, but I held him and didn't want to make the first out at third base there. But I thought he did a great job getting the rally going. But yeah, the bats started to get going a little bit, and we need to continue that here Sunday.
Well, it had to have been really reassuring to see that even though the game was shortened by rain, the Cavs were able to put together 9 hits, with 6 of them being for extra bases.
Yeah, I think again we started out a little slow, but Garcia also had a nice hit there in the gap there, and it helps having Ryan Vinny in the lineup. He had a single up the middle there, but I thought our lineup had a little bit more we were just a little bit more aggressive, and our lineup was what's the word I'm looking for? Just had a little bit more panache to it. Is that a word, Rick?
Yeah, or a little more pop or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a little more pop with some of the college guys coming back. That's nothing against the guys that we had playing, because we have great players. Our whole roster has great players, but I think adding the Kapankis to the lineup and Campbell's home run there, I think coming off the bench was a great sign going forward.
And that one was a no-doubter from the time it left the bat. It was up and gone.
I've coached a long time, over 20 years, but that was a pleasure to watch. I think that hit the 50-yard line. I'm not sure.
It went way out there. And, of course, that gives Cooper something to try to hold up his end of things, because he had created a bit of a reputation of being a go-to player. And now all of a sudden his little brother comes in and shows him up in his first appearance.
Yeah, and Cooper, it was great to have him in the lineup as well, and we put him in a tough spot playing third base there, but that may be where he'll end up this year. When I look at the rotation, at least he'll get some innings at third base, and he'll get some at first as well, but I think he needs to become comfortable there, because when I look at our rotation, I think he's going to end up there quite a bit.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard for him, because he played there a lot last year. And so hopefully he can just turn it right around. He had that one difficult play early, but after that he seemed to fit right in and things went smoothly for him.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. And again, he played there last year, and we spoke about it before the game started. And he just hadn't had any reps there all spring at Winona there. So I think he was a little nervous, but he's a great athlete, and he'll be fine going down the road.
Now, in just a couple minutes, the Cavaliers are going to face off in a doubleheader at Carson Park against crosstown rival Eau Claire Bears. Now, you've been around Eau Claire baseball for a while. Who are some of the Bear players that present a particular threat to the Cavaliers that you can think of?
Well, they have Chevy Tollefson for sure, but he's a great pitcher. I know Kent as well. Those are the two that come to mind a little bit, but I think they've had some roster changes this year, so I can't speak to many of them, but I know they're going to be a tough opponent. This is a big Sunday for us today, so we need to try to capture 2 wins today to get back in the CRBL race.
Do you have any idea who your starting pitchers are going to be for today's 2 games, or will that be more of a game time decision?
I think right now it'll be a game time decision. I'm thinking Kellberg will start the first game, but I'll talk to him here after this interview and see how he's feeling. Costley should be ready to go. And so after that, we'll kind of play it by ear. Bryson Gash, I'm interested with him. He was going to be next in relief from the Blue Golds on Wednesday night, but as you know, the game got rained out there. But I think he'll probably be pitching a little bit today, and we'll kind of go from there. I thought Austin Getch pitched pretty well Wednesday night, so I think he's always in the mix. I'm going to be working a little bit more with the changeup with him, and maybe adding a third pitch with him, but he's always kind of right around the plate and keeps batters off guard.
Well, Pete, good luck on tonight's 2 games. Hopefully the Cavaliers can get right back into that CRBL race.
Sounds great. Thanks, Rick.
You've been tuned to the Pete Bartengale Show with Cavalier manager Pete Bartengale's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned, more of In the Dugout is coming right up on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Most of the military folks I know, I think we've all lost fellow service members to suicide, and female veterans die by suicide more often than female non-veterans. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide. Service never stops.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Eau Claire Bears. Today, the Cavaliers get back into Chippewa River Baseball League action, so let's take a look at what's happening around the Chippewa River Baseball League. This past week saw plenty of action, and what's typical for early in the season, plenty of movement in the CRBL standings. Most of the action was on Sunday the 15th, with 3 doubleheader sweeps. The Osseo Merchants swept a pair from the Bloomer Woodticks 3-1 and 7-0. Then the Jim Falls Sturgeons swept a doubleheader from the Beef River Bullfrogs 13-3 and 4-3, while the Tilden Tigers took two from the Cadott Red Sox 11-2 and 13-1. While all that sweeping was busy kicking up dust in the standings, the Eau Claire Rivermen took care of these same Eau Claire Bears 4-3, and the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks defeated the Cavaliers 7-3. Then on Wednesday night, the Beef River Bullfrogs were scheduled to host the Osseo Merchants. However, that game was rained out and will be made up as part of a June 1st doubleheader in Osseo. Coming into this weekend, the Chippewa River League standings are as follows. The Jim Falls Sturgeons sit on top of the league with a 4-0 record. They're followed by the Tilden Tigers and Osseo Merchants, one game out with identical 2-0 records. The Eau Claire Bears are in fourth place, also one game out with a 2-1 record. The Eau Claire Rivermen are a game and a half back in fifth place at 2-1, and they're followed by, in sixth place at 1-1, by the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, who are 2 games out. At 2.5 games out and tied for 7th place are the 1-2 Bloomer Woodticks and the Eau Claire Cavaliers. And tied for 9th place are the Beef River Bullfrogs and the Cadott Red Sox. Yesterday, there were 2 matchups in the CRBL, with the Tilden Tigers traveling to the Jim Falls Sturgeons for a single game, while the Cadott Red Sox hosted the Eau Claire Rivermen in a single game. We'll get you the results of those games during today's games. Today, in addition to the Cavalier doubleheader with the Bears, the Beef River Bullfrogs travel to Cadott for a single game, and meanwhile, the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks face off against the Tilden Tigers in a single game at Carson Park. And the Jim Falls Sturgeons travel to Bloomer to take on the Woodticks. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
But I wanted it to, but hopefully these next couple of years we'll make an appearance. I'm open, infield, obviously, like middle infield specifically, but utility if anything, and hopefully a good bat for the lineup. So,
Caden, when did you start playing baseball?
Probably Little League, I don't know, 3rd, 4th grade probably. I didn't play any T-ball, so I just kind of jumped straight to baseball. Colfax High School. Good, pretty good. Wanted it to be, but that's how it goes. Yeah. I'd have to say, actually, I went to a Twins Guardians game, and there was 10 home runs hit yesterday, and I would say that's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen, that many home runs in one game. So, yeah, that's how it goes. Sometimes, but on the field. We'll see, I suppose. I suppose the games this summer will probably tell a little bit more about that. Yeah, we'll have both my parents, Cal and Kelly Erickson, and then my brother and sister, Coleman Cheyenne. So. It was. I don't know. I don't like to. If I could meet someone.
Get out.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah,
okay.
Especially in the cities, living over there, it's a nightmare sometimes. So.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is. He was young. I'm getting a little cocky, but watching somebody as smooth as that really wanted me to like. But middle infield, maybe on the mound too. So we'll see.
Okay.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more in the dugout coming right up.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today the Cavaliers look to get right back into the Chippewa River Baseball League race as they take on their crosstown rival Eau Claire Bears in a doubleheader. The Cavaliers will need to keep the bats rolling similar to the way they hit Wednesday when they played the Plum City Blues. They also need to continue with their fairly steady pitching that they've demonstrated thus far this season. The Bears are looking to keep pressure on the league-leading Jim Falls Sturgeons, and sweeping the Cavaliers would allow them to do just that. So the stage is set for some exciting doubleheader baseball action, and in just a minute, I'll be joining my colleague Dan Petschow at Carson Park as we'll bring you all the action of today's two games between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Eau Claire Bears. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly brings you today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us as we follow the Cavs while they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Long fly ball by Pogo, and it's out of here! A 3-run shot by Anthony Pogozinski.
And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
And we're here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Cassie Johnson not on the camera today. Jeremy DeGrosse on the camera. Cassie is trying to help out Ann on the computer. Actually, she's getting some quick training in the computer, so she's ready for Wednesday. And we're getting ready for Cavalier baseball. Dan, we've got a doubleheader in store for us against the Eau Claire Bears.
Yeah, good two teams from Eau Claire, Cavs and the Bears. Yeah,
crosstown rivals, you might say. And I'll tell you what, Dan, why don't you give us the starting lineups for today's game?
Yeah, here's the starters for the Eau Claire Bears. They're going to start with second baseman Matt Miller. Batting second will be shortstop Nate Kent. Batting third will be third baseman Jim Thill. Batting fourth will be left field Todd Lasher. Batting fifth will be center field Jack Sherpke. Batting sixth will be right field Joe Haling. Batting seventh will be catcher Vinny Fonte. Batting eighth will be their DH Blake Johnson. Batting ninth will be their first baseman J.D. Prusher. For the Cavaliers, batting first will be their second baseman Caden Erickson. Batting second will be their left fieldman Campbell Kapanke. Batting third will be their DH Ryan Vinny. Batting fourth will be third base Cooper Kapanke. Batting fifth will be their catcher Cole Timon. Batting sixth will be their first baseman Anthony Pogozinski. Batting seventh will be their EH, extra hitter, Connor O'Reilly. Batting eighth will be right field Chase Yeager. Batting ninth will be their center fieldman Xavier Benminster. And batting 10th will be their shortstop Jackson Vance. And also, pitching for the Bears will be Joe Zacco, and for the Cavaliers will be Ethan Kilberg.
And Zacco comes into today's game with a record of 1-0 overall on the season. He hasn't made an appearance in the CRBL yet. Still early. And Ethan Kilberg has a record of 0-1 with a 3.60 ERA. He's pitched 5 innings. And that loss was at the hands of the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks just about a week ago. And the managers are meeting at home plate. Pete Bartengale for the Cavaliers, and the acting manager is Blake Johnson down there for the Bears. Chevy Tollefson running a little bit late today. Umpires for today's game behind the plate is Dick Smith, and out on the bases is Rick Meyer. Great football weather, Dan.
Yeah, ball should have a little pop today. Wind's kind of blowing out to right field.
And I'm taking a quick look here. We're sitting at 52 degrees here at Carson Park. It's not exactly sunny baseball weather, although when I was going down checking out lineups and so on a little earlier, we got a patch of blue that came through, and it was actually pleasant at that time, but it's mostly overcast and just little streaks of blue coming through, and as long as the sun is behind those clouds, it's chilly here.
Yeah, some of the players got long sleeves, and some are tough and no sleeves.
Yeah, I see Ryan Vinny without any sleeves on underneath. Most of the other players, I think it's Chase Yeager heading out right now without any sleeves underneath. And so we're just getting ready for the national anthem, and we'll take time for that.
The officials for today's tuning games are on the bases, Mr. Number 12. And number 3, Merrick Vinegar. And again, Lord, the coach by Josh Elders, Nick Kawa, and Dan Betcher. Now, would you please rise if you're able, and remove your hats, and honor America.
Little League team that are the guests of the Cavaliers today from Halley. And now our national anthem. From Carson Park.
All right, now it's time for our first pitch.
And those Little Leaguers had quite the time. We're going to get a first pitch thrown out here.
Taking on number 9, Adrian Davis. And number 2, Jacob Kawa.
So Adrian and Jacob are going to throw out the first pitch. Hey, that was right over the plate.
Jacob.
And another called strike. So a couple of first pitches by a couple of the Halley Little Leaguers. And they get a fist bump from Cole Timon and from Ethan Kjellberg.
Joe, let's play baseball.
Now we got to get the Little Leaguers off the field. There they go. Kjellberg to take his warm-up tosses. As we said, Ethan Kjellberg comes into the game with one appearance so far. He has an 0-1 record. And he's gone 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, but only 2 of them were earned. He walked 3, struck out 6. He did give up a couple of doubles. Opponents only have a 150 batting average against him. He did hit one batter. While Kjellberg takes his warm-up tosses, I want to mention ball games yesterday in the CRBL. The Tilden Tigers handed the Jim Falls Sturgeons their first loss of the season by defeating the Sturgeons 12-0. And the Eau Claire Rivermen picked up another win by knocking off the Cadott Red Sox 16-1. And stepping in to get things started off for the Eau Claire Bears, second baseman Matt Miller. Kjellberg winds and delivers the first pitch. It's a short chopper, fair territory, and it rolls foul. That's one where unlike the game the other day, the Cavaliers did the wise thing and watched it because this time it did roll foul. And as soon as it rolled foul, Cooper Kapanke picked it up so it stayed foul. Whereas back on Wednesday, it started out foul, hit the grass, and rolled fair. No balls and one strike, and the 0-1 pitch swung on a miss, strike two. Ethan Kjellberg spent the spring pitching at UW Stout. Here's the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Pop ball straight back right over the top of our press box and hit the roof of the grandstand behind us. Here's the wind in the fire. It's outside. Count goes to 1-2.
Now you can return that foul ball to the Eau Claire Cavaliers senior stand and see the $1 token here for use at that stand.
And the 1-2 pitch is fouled straight back into the netting. This is Jeremy's first game of working a game up here in the press box. And he's already getting a little squirmy with the balls coming back this way. Here's the pitch outside. Count goes even at 2-2. Kjellberg looks in for the sign. Winds and fires. Fly ball out into right field. Moving over is Yeager and makes the catch for out number one. That's going to bring up Nate Kent.
Batting second for the Bears. Shortstop, number 20, Nate Kent.
Public address announcer for the Cavaliers, Steve Kent, and proud papa of Nate. Here's the wind, and the pitch is outside for ball one. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a called strike over the inside corner. There's the wind and the pitch. Fouled straight back into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate Kent. And the pitch. Called strike 3. Nate Kent goes down with the bat on his shoulders. 2 down, and Jim Till, the third baseman, comes up. Kjellberg looks in. Just a little bit high. Ball one. Kjellberg winds in the 1-0 pitch. Is high and away. Ball 2. Kelberg wheels and deals. That's a called strike over the outside corner. Jim Till at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. Heading back is Bemninster. Circles underneath. Makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So for the Bears in the top of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We have no score as you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
And we're back here at Carson Park, and don't forget today's Gino's player of the game is Cooper Kapanke. So what you do is you stop out at Gino's Pizza tomorrow and mention the player of the game. So mention Cooper Kapanke, and you'll get a free soft drink. And even better if Cooper sometime today gets an extra base hit. And folks, you got 2 games to get those into. You're going to get yourself a free appetizer out at Gino's. So double the chances. Leading off for the Cavaliers, we're going to have Caden Erickson hitting .667 so far this season.
Leading off for the Cavaliers, second baseman, number 6, Caden Erickson.
And Erickson pops out down the first base line. J.D. Pressure makes the catch. That's going to bring up Campbell Kapanke. Campbell's had 1 at bat, and he made the most of it. It was a home run off the left, over the left center field fence on Wednesday. It was kind of a no-doubter. There's the wind and the pitch. That one's in the dirt for a ball. Counts even at 1-1. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And the 1-2 pitch. As outside counts even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. That one just missed the outside corner, and count is full to Campbell Kapanke, the younger brother of our Gino's player of the game. There's the wind and the payoff pitch. Ground ball over to third, picked up by Till, throw over to first, and they got him. So Kapanke grounds out 5-3. That's going to bring up Ryan Vinny, the designated hitter. Vinny's hitting .333.
Okay, third for the Cavaliers. The designated hitter, number 23, Ryan Benny.
So we have 2 down. And the first pitch is a ball. Foul back off the left side. Counts even at 1-1. Joel Zacco on the mound for the Bears. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, it's pop foul off the left side again, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the first inning. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. Coming up is Holling, and well, he barely had to move. Makes the catch for out number 3. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've got 1 in the books, and we have no score from Carson Park. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. He's the one that says everything over there.
All in my head.
Yeah, he's talking up a storm in his head.
You mean nobody can hear me when I do that?
And coming up for the Bears is Todd Lasher, the left fielder. Then Jake Scherpke and Joe Holling. And the pitch. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball out into shallow left field. Jackson Vance gives away to Campbell Kapanke, who comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. And now stepping up is Jack Scherpke, center fielder. Lines one right up the middle into center field for a base hit. First hit of the game goes to the Bears. And Scherpke checks in at first. And it's going to bring up Joe Holling. He's the right fielder. 1 down. Runner on first. And the pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. Sherpke at first. Kjellberg at the belt. Throw over to first. Sherpke back in plenty of time. Kjellberg takes a peek, and the pitch. Just missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kjellberg at the belt. And the pitch. Quick snap throw down to first, and they got close but didn't quite get him. Sherpke back in safely. The pitch was called a strike, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just missed, counts even at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, runner on first. Kjellberg, quick throw over to first, keeping Sherpke close. Pitch is outside. Count is full now with 1 out. Sometimes in this situation, Dan, they'll send the runner. Kjellberg takes a peek over his shoulder. The payoff pitch swung on a miss, strike 3. Howling goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Vinny Fonte, the catcher. Two down now. Sherpke takes his lead. A liner straight out, dropped at second base by Erickson, but he flips it over to first for the out. So, for the Bears, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We've played an inning and a half, and the score, well, there isn't one. And you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
We're back here at Carson Park, heading into the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Cavaliers, Cooper Kapanke, our Geno's player of the game, Cole Timon, and Pogo. Don't forget now, if you go out to Geno's tomorrow and mention Cooper Kapanke's name, you'll get a free soft drink. And if he manages to get an extra base hit sometime today, you can get yourself a free appetizer.
On the second for the Eau Claire Cavaliers.
Out at Gino's Pizza, right next to Chaos Water Park in Action City. Here's the wind, and the first pitch to Kapanke is a called strike over the outside corner. Ground ball over to short. Picked up, throw over to first, and they can't control it at first. It was a little bit of a low toss from Nate Kent over to J.D. Pressure, and I think it's going to be an error on Kent. Nonetheless, Cooper Kapanke is safe on first, and that's going to bring up Cole Timon. Timon batting .417 on the season. And here's the pitch outside for ball one, but it gets away from Fonte, and Kapanke checks in at second base. And the 1-0 pitch is outside. It's now 2-0 to Timon. Joel Zacco on the mound. He's at the belt. And the 2-0 pitch. That's high for ball three. Timon steps in. Zacco's pitch is outside for ball four. So the Cavaliers have runners at first and second with nobody out. And that's going to bring up Anthony Pogodzinski. But we're going to get a courtesy runner for Timon, Jaden Nix.
Yeah, could we see the double steal?
That's possible. Swing and a miss by Pogodzinski, and strike one. 319 down the left field line, 302 down the right field line here at Carson Park. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Courtesy running for the catcher is number 9, Jaden Nix.
Zacco takes a look, and the 0-2 pitch missed inside. Oh, they called him out on strikes. Pogo goes down looking. That's going to bring up the extra hitter, Connor O'Reilly, who's batting .273 this year. Check swing, called strike. One down. No balls, one strike, two runners on for the Cavs. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. It's a foul, or it was a swing. And the throw to third goes out into the outfield. Here comes Kapanke in to score with the first run of the game.
Yeah, Vinny Vonti tried to bait him over to third, and then the ball got past the third baseman.
Yeah, it was a kind of a throw that was in the dirt and wide of the third baseman. It's going to go as an error on Fonte. But nonetheless, the Cavaliers have a lead. Nix on second. Here's the pitch. It's inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Connor O'Reilly. Cavaliers are batting 10 in their lineup. And the pitch. Check swing. Strike called. Counts even at 2-2. At the belt. And here's the pitch. Inside. Count is full now. Connor O'Reilly. Zacco at the belt. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So O'Reilly goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Chase Yeager. This is his first at bat for the Cavaliers this summer. From the UW Eau Claire program. And the pitch is a called strike over the inside corner. Zacco at the belt. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. That one got him. Chase Yeager is hit by the pitch. Somewhere right near the knee on that left leg. So the Cavaliers now have runners at first and second. Jaden Nix out at second. Chase Yeager at first. And that's going to bring up Xavier Bemninster, who's been struggling at the plate a little bit for the Cavs. Has a .000 batting average. And a chopper out to short, picked up, flipped to second for the out. Bemninster gets a 6-4 fielder's choice. And for the Cavaliers, 1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors by the Bears and 2 left on base. We've played 2. It's the Cavaliers 1 and the Bears nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And we're back here at Carson Park. And leading off for the Bears in the top of the third inning is Blake Johnson, who'll be followed by J.D. Pressure, and then back to the top of the order with Matt Miller. Johnson shows bunt, offered at it, and it's a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Breeze is picking up a little bit here in the press box. And the pitch is outside for a ball. The wind, as we look at the flag, is blowing pretty much straight across from left field to right field. There's the pitch. Reached for it, sends it out to short, and Jackson Vance has no play. So we'll call that an infield hit. for Johnson. It's going to bring up J.D. Pressure, the first baseman.
Back to the Braves. First baseman, number 12, J.D. Pressure.
And the pitch is outside for a ball. Bears are showing bunt. Kapanke playing in. Kapanke on the edge of the grass. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. That's one of the theories there, Dan. If you see somebody getting ready to bunt, you throw him a high strike, and he's more likely to pop the bunt up. Little conference going on down by the third base coach's box. Pressure comes back into the box. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch shows bunt. It's high. Ball 3. And the pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. Pressure taking all the way that time. Three balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Kelberg trying to come back and get him. He's got the count full now. Ethan Kelberg brings the pitch. It's outside for ball 4. Pressure takes the free pass. 2 runners on now. And that brings up Matt Miller. Back to the top of the order. Miller flew out to right his first time up. Cavaliers still expecting bunt, playing in. And it's a bunt down the third base line, and Kelberg has nowhere to go with it. It was a nice bunt right down the third baseline because Kapanke had to play back. And so now the bases are loaded with nobody out.
The shortstop, Nate Kent.
That's going to bring up Nate Kent, who struck out looking his first time up. And a pop foul over the left side. Kelberg at the belt. And the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a line shot out into right field. 1 run is in. 2nd run rounds third and heads back to the base. So Kent singles to right. And gets an RBI as Blake Johnson comes in to score. And it's going to bring up Jim Till with nobody out and the bases loaded, as the score is now tied at 1-1.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
Just hit X. Okay. And the pitch is high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. And a line shot out into right field is going to fall in for a base hit. And he's going to check in at second, but it's going to clear the bases. Well, maybe not. But in to score are Pressure and Miller. Nate Kent checks in at third. As Till hits a double to right field and gets 2 RBI. It's going to bring up Todd Lasher, who flew out to left his last time up, but we have a bit of a conference going on the mound and some action down in the Cavalier bullpen. Trying to catch the number. Might be Jackson Faulkner down there.
Fielder Todd Lasher.
But Lasher steps in with runners at second and third with nobody out. Cavalier infield drawn in. And the pitch is a called strike. Kjellberg wheels and deals a line shot in the gap. Out in left center field. It's going to roll all the way out to the warning track. 2 runs are going to come in. And Lasher checks in at second. That makes it 5-1. Bears on top. Still nobody out. And Sherpke sends it foul. He singled his first time up to center field. That foul was on the left side. Kjellberg looks over at second, and the pitch. Just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. Kjellberg at the belt. Line shot out into left field. Campbell Kompanke makes the catch. He had to make a diving catch, but he made it. 1 down. It's going to bring up Joe Holling, and he struck out his last time up.
The right fielder, Joe Holling.
And foul ball off the right side.
That
was a loud strike that time. Way beyond the fan deck. Kind of out near where my car is parked. Pitch is a called strike at the letters. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is just a little bit outside. Timon had a hard time finding it, but it was right there between his feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. 5 runs in for the Bears. Kjellberg at the belt. Chopper over to short, picked up by Vance. Throw over to first in time. And it moves Lasher over to third. 2 down. It's going to bring up Vinny Fonte, who grounded out to second his last time up. And the first pitch is a called strike. Actually, I think down warming up in the bullpen for the Cavaliers, I think it's number 12, Reese Lucas. There's the wind and the pitch. Check swing. It gets behind Timon. Runner coming in, and he's going to score on the wild pitch. So Lasher comes in on the wild pitch. And that's the 6th run of the inning. And the pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Oh, just a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike. Vinny Fonte, the catcher at the plate. 2 down. There's the wind and the pitch. Check swing, strike called. Count is full, 3-2. There's the wind and the pitch. And it's outside for ball 4. Well, all 9 have come to the plate, so we're back to where we started from this inning. Blake Johnson coming up. But we have a pitching change going on for the Cavaliers, and we'll get all the information on that right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Menswear. We're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for the big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Menswear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How was it? Good?
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Now pitching for the Cavaliers, Jackson Faulkner. The numbers are in on Ethan Kjellberg, 2 2/3 innings, 6 runs, all 6 were earned, 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 bases on balls. Faulkner comes in. He made an appearance in that first game of the season against Jim Falls through an inning. First pitch is a strike. He gave up 5 runs, 3 were earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. High fly ball out into right field. Over to make the catch is Chase Yeager. So finally, Cavaliers are out of the inning, but not before the damage was done. 6 runs on 5 hits, no Cavalier errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 2.5 innings, and the score, the Eau Claire Bears 6 and the Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Menswear. We're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for the big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Menswear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
And we're back at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow. Ann Monroe on the computer, but Cassie Johnson stepping in there every now and then. And Jeremy DeGrosse. Jackson Faulkner went back down to the bullpen while the Cavaliers are up to bat to get some more tosses in. So, due up for the Cavaliers in this half inning, we have Jackson Vance, and then back to the top of the order with Caden Erickson and Campbell Kapanke. Vance batting .500 on the season. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a called strike at the letters. Joel Zacco on the mound, pitches it outside for a ball. First of 2 today from Carson Park. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Zacco looks in for the sign. Goes into his motion and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Vance goes down swinging. 1 down. It's going to go back to the top of the order with Caden Erickson. Erickson flew out to the first baseman who dropped back out into right field to make the catch. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside. Ball 1. And the pitch. Grounder over to short, picked up by Kent, but it gets through. He couldn't quite find the handle on it, and they do call it an error on Nate Kent. That's his second one of the game. So Erickson on first is going to bring up Campbell Kapanke. Kapanke grounded to third his first time up. Zacco's motion, swing and a miss, strike 1. Zacco's pitch is outside, counts even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch, chop foul on the left side. He's at the belt. And the 1-2 pitch swung on a miss, strike 3. Kapanke goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Ryan Vinny. Vinny flew to right his last time up.
Correction, designated hitter, Ryan Vinny.
So Vinny steps into the box. Erickson takes his lead over at first. Throw over to first. Erickson gets back. Zacco's motion. Chopper foul down the first base line. Count is no balls and a strike with one out. Zacco into the stretch. And the pitch. Chopper foul again down the first base line. No balls, 2 strikes. Erickson has his lead. Zacco's pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Trying to get Ryan Vinny to chase on that one. It was pretty close. And the pitch, it's in the dirt. It was knocked down by Fonte, who kept it in front of him. That kept Erickson at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 1 on. Cavs need a bunch. Zacco at the belt, and the pitch. It's outside. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Traveling time right now for Caden Erickson. Ryan Vinny readies himself in the batter's box. Zacco at the belt. Erickson takes off, and it's fouled off the left side this time. Count remains 3-2. Zacco looking in for the sign. Erickson takes his lead. First baseman not holding. Here's the pitch. Erickson takes off. High chopper over to short. Kent throws it over to first in time, and Vinny goes down 6-3. So for the Cavaliers, they get no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We've played 3, and it's the Bears 6, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/autorate. Subject to credit approval.
$2, 16 for 5, and 48 for 10. A drawing from all tickets sold will be held around the top of the 6th inning.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Jackson Faulkner now on the mound for the Cavaliers.
Supplies in Carson Park Stadium rental. We thank you in advance for supporting Eau Claire Cavaliers baseball and wish you the best of luck on the Potty Old Run.
And he's finishing up his warm-up tosses. I think the reason Faulkner went back down to the bullpen is it's just plain a chilly day out there, Dan. He probably needed to throw a few more just to get warm.
Yeah, when that breeze comes through the box here, it's got a little bite to it.
It most certainly does. All right, leading off for the Bears is the number 9 hitter, J.D. Pressure. He walked his first time up. And the first pitch to Pressure, swung on a miss for strike one. And the pitch is swung on a miss, strike two. And here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. That's going to go back to the top of the order. Matt Miller, who is now 1 for 2 today. He singled and flew to right. He did score. And the pitch is a ball. It just missed. And the pitch is high for ball two. Jackson Faulkner into the wind and the pitch. In the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one missed inside. I think that one kind of got timing weirdly in the glove, too. He's kind of shaking his hand. But Miller takes the free pass. It's going to bring up Nate Kent. Kent is also 1 for 2. He struck out looking and then singled to right. It was an RBI single and later scored. Here's the pitch. Miller showed bunt. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. And Kent falls it back into the screen. Matt Miller on first. Nate Kent at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And Faulkner delivers outside. And there is more action going on in the Cavalier bullpen, and he's got a warm-up on, so we can't tell exactly who that is. Ball's fouled back into the netting in front of the auxiliary scoreboard. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, that's inside. Count is full, 3-2. Quick throw over to first. Miller back in safely. Kent steps back in. Payoff pitch. Line foul off the left side. Count remains 3-2. And the payoff pitch. That one's inside for ball 4. Second straight walk given up by Jackson Faulkner. Brings up Jim Till. Till is 1 for 2. He flew to center field and then doubled to right field with a 2 RBI double and later scored. One down. Here's the pitch. Called strike at the letters on the inside corner. And here's the pitch. Just missed outside. Not by much. One ball, one strike, one down. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Ball got loose from the Cavalier bullpen. Well, now he's taken off his warm-up down there. Dan, see if you can find a number on that player warming up. Pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Timon.
I don't have falcon eyes.
And a long fly ball to right field. This could be trouble. Way back on the warning track. Yeager makes the catch. Runners both tag in advance. But Till gave it a ride, and Yeager caught it right in front of the right field fence for the second out of the inning. Miller checks in at third, Kent at second, and Todd Lasher comes up. And the pitch is high and away. And the pitch is high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Go to this camera and then see if you can get it on your camera. If she goes to this camera, why don't you see if you can get it on yours? The guy in the bullpen. I just tried. 15. Bryson Gash warming up in the bullpen for the Cavaliers. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch, that's inside for ball 3. Todd Lasher at the plate. Matt Miller on third, Nate Kent on second. And just inside for ball 4. That's going to bring up Jack Sherpke, center fielder. He's 1 for 2. He singled his first time up and then flew to left. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. High foul off the left side, out of play.
Northern Light Webcasting Network. Looking at school out there in Blue Destiny. They webcast to the Western events, Colfax Boys and Girls Basketball and Football.
And the pitch, it's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down. And the pitch. That one got called on the outside corner. 1 and 2 to Sherpke. Bases loaded. 2 down. And the pitch. It's inside. Ball 2. Jackson Faulkner took a year off from UW La Crosse. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So for the Bears, no runs, no hits, no Cavalier errors. 3 were left on base. So the score at 3.5 innings, it's the Bears 6 and Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Wednesday, May 25th when the Cavaliers host the Bloomer Woodticks at Carson Park. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:35 p.m. That's live Cavalier Baseball on Wednesday, May 25th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow and Monroe on the computer. Right now, Cassie Johnson on the camera. Jeremy DeGrosse will be back shortly. On a chilly Sunday afternoon. Still feels a little like summer as long as baseball's happening. And up steps our Geno's player of the game, Cooper Kapanke. Here's the pitch. Missed inside for a ball. Cooper got on an error his first time up. Here's the pitch. It's outside, ball 2. Now don't forget, go out to Geno's tomorrow and mention Cooper's name, and you'll get yourself a free soft drink. And if he manages to get an extra base hit, swing and a miss for strike 1. If he does get a base hit, it'll be a free appetizer. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Check swing outside. Count is now 3-1. Cavs need base runners. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Back to the screen, and Kapanke takes his base. That's going to bring up Cole Timon. Timon walked his first time up.
catcher, Cole Tynan.
It's the first of two today. Here's the wind and the pitch. Check swing. Strike called. And the pitch is outside. Sacco looking in for the sign. Kapanke with his lead. And the pitch. Fouled back off the facing of the press box. Right back down into the hands of Vinny Fonte.
Vinny does not get a $1 token for use of the souvenir stand.
And Steve Kent, the public address announcer, told Fonte that he doesn't get a $1 token for the souvenir stand for that one. And a fly ball high in the air out into center field. Drifting back is Sherpke, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up Pogo. Runner on first, in the person of Cooper Kapanke. And Anthony Pogozinski steps into the box. Pogo went down looking his last time up. Here's the pitch. It's a little bit low. Here's the pitch. Two balls and no strikes. Kapanke takes a lead. And the pitch to Pogo is a called strike over the outside corner. Two balls and one strike with one out. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Pogo would like to get a hold of one and launch it here. A little bit of activity going on right now down in the Bears bullpen. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul behind the plate. Two balls, two strikes. Sacco shakes off a sign or two. He likes that one. He's at the belt. And the pitch. Outside. Count goes to 3-2. Full count to Anthony Pogozinski. Kapanke takes his lead. Payoff pitch. Swung on a miss for strike three. That's going to bring up Connor O'Reilly, who struck out his last time up. That's the sixth strikeout for Pogo so far this season. Out of 11 at-bats, that's over half. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off the right side by O'Reilly. Two down now. Kapanke on first. Leans over, has a little chat with Ryan Bemnenster down in the first base coaching box. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike two. And we have time called. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. And a called third strike to Connor O'Reilly. And the Cavaliers go down. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on base. We've played 4, and it's the Bears 6 and the Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Back here at Carson Park. Umpire is over checking something in the Bears dugout. I don't know what's going on there. At any rate, Jackson Faulkner still on the mound for the Cavs. So the throw goes down to second, and stepping up for the Bears is Joe Hollings. He'll be followed by Vinny Fonte and Blake Johnson. Holling is 0 for 2, struck out and grounded to short. Pitch is inside for ball one. There's the wind and the pitch inside for ball two. Faulkner winds and pitches inside ball three. All three have been pretty clearly inside. There's the pitch. Inside ball four. So a 4-pitch walk for Joe Holling. That's the 4th walk given up by Faulkner. And that's going to bring up Vinny Fonte. Fonte is 0 for 1. He grounded to second. He also walked. Airs the pitch. It's outside for ball one. And the pitch is just a little bit high for ball two. And it's fouled back. And the pitch is high. 3 balls and a strike to Vinny Fonte. And the pitch is inside for ball 4. Faulkner having a hard time finding the plate. And here comes Pete Bartingale out to the mound. And we are going to have a pitching change, and we'll have the information for that coming up right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was...
And we're back here on the mound for the Cavaliers is Bryson Gash. And the numbers for Jackson Faulkner, he pitched an inning and a third, didn't give up any runs, didn't give up any hits. He did walk 5 and struck out 2. Bryson Gash on the mound, comes from UW Eau Claire. It's his first appearance on the mound for the Cavaliers. And Blake Johnson steps to the plate. 2 runners on, nobody out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the first pitch. It's outside for a ball. Gash takes a look and swing and a miss. Strike 1. And the pitch is outside for ball 2. Two balls. 1 strike. Nobody out. Pitch is in the dirt. Back to the screen, and the runners each advance. 3 balls and a strike. Cash at the belt. And the pitch. Fouled off the right side. Count goes to 3-2. And the pitch is called strike. And Blake Johnson goes down looking, and he did not like that at all. That's the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up J.D. Pressure. Pressure is 0 for 1. He struck out his last time up. First pitch is a ball. Gash delivers this outside, ball 2. Three balls and no strikes. And the pitch is outside for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded with 1 out. That's going back to the top of the order. Matt Miller coming up. Miller at, and it's a called strike. Miller is 0 for 2, or 1 for 2. And the 0-1 pitch is outside. Nice stop that time by Timon. And the pitch. High foul back out of play on the left side.
Ground ball brought by Madison Street Autobody. Located at 430 East Madison Street, Eau Claire. Call 715-834-8431.
Runners all take their lead. 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a called third strike right at the letters. So Miller goes down looking. And that's going to bring up Nate Kent. Kent is 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. 2 down, bases loaded. First pitch is a called strike. Bryson Gash on the mound for the Cavs. And the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. And Bryson Gash at the belt. Glances over at third. And the pitch. Fouled off the left side. Out of play.
Call 715-861-5442.
There's the pitch. It gets away from Timon, but he's right on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down. Nate Kent at the plate. And the pitch is outside, ball 2. Counts even at 2-2 with 2 down. We're in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. It's outside. Full count. 2 down. This is traveling time. Bases loaded. A lot of traveling going on this time. Runners will be off on the pitch. Price and Gash at the belt. Runners go. Payoff pitch. And they call it ball 4. So Nate Kent gets an RBI, and Holling comes in to score, making the score the Bears 7, Cavaliers 1. And here's the pitch. Little bit low for a ball. And the pitch. It's a called strike on the inside corner. Here's the pitch. It's outside for a ball. There's the pitch. Ground ball to Erickson at second. Picks it up. Throws over to first for the final out of the inning. But for the Bears, they do pick up 1 run on no hits. There were no Cavalier errors, and the bases were left full. We've played 4.5, and it's the Bears 7, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And we're back here at Carson Park. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow, Ann Monroe, Cassie Johnson, and Jeremy DeGrosse. First of 2 today, and the Cavaliers have their work cut out for them in this one, trailing 7-1 in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch is a called strike to Chase Yeager. Yeager got hit by a pitch his last time up. Pitch is outside. And the pitch is called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a chopper by Yeager, foul down the third baseline. Yeager steps back into the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the wind and the pitch. Check swing. Outside. Counts even at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Yeager takes off, but the throw goes down to first to complete the strikeout. That's going to bring up Xavier Bemninster. Bemninster grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And the pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Bemninster goes down swinging, and it's going to bring up Jackson Vance, who also went down swinging his last time up. 2 down, bottom of the 5th inning. Joel Zacco trying to mow down the side. Here's the first pitch. That's a bit high for ball 1. And the wind and the pitch. Foul back on the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. And the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the wind. And the pitch. Line shot out into center field, and it's caught a shoestring.
No.
They're saying it hit the ground. And now the umpires are going to talk it over. I'll tell you what, Dan, from our vantage point, that landed in his glove. But they don't have instant replay at this level. It's one that they would look at in the major leagues. Let's see what they decide. Sherpke sure looked from here like he caught the ball right at the shoestring level, and they're saying he's out. So Jackson flies out to center field, and the Cavaliers go down 1, 2, 3. We've played 5 complete. And after 5, it's the Bears 7 and the Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
For over 1/3 of its history, Eau Claire has been able to count on the Eau Claire Cavaliers for high-quality baseball excitement. Come be a part of Eau Claire's legacy with your hometown Eau Claire Cavaliers. Home games are at historic Carson Park. To plan your day of affordable family fun, check out the Cavaliers on Facebook. or go to the Cavalier website www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
We're back here at Carson Park, heading into the 6th inning. On the mound for the Cavaliers, Bryson Gash, starting his 2nd inning of work.
All right, again, I'll repeat. You won the gold tickets here, $92 richer. Winning ticket is number 763-297. 763-297.
Bryson Gash finishing up his warm-up tosses. Dan, dare we say what we're on the verge of yet?
Like I was saying at the break, we got a no-hitter going, and questionable play in the outfield.
To see that no-hitter, which is a pretty rare event, regardless of what team is doing it. Or do we want to see the Cavs make that tremendous comeback?
Yeah, both are. Both would be memorable.
Memorable.
I'm getting cold.
It's cold up here, isn't it? You were right, though. You were saying you thought you saw Mitch Voller down in the bullpen, and he is warming up down there right now for the Cavs. He does occasionally go on the mound. He's primarily an outfielder. And the first pitch by Gash is low for a ball. Leading off for the Bears is Todd Lasher. Lasher is 1 for 2. He doubled, flew to left, and now he just got hit by the pitch. And that'll bring up Jack Sherpke. He's 1 for 3, singled, flew out to left, and struck out. Swing and a miss for strike one. And a long fly ball to right field, but moving over under it and squeezing it for the out is Chase Yeager. That's going to bring up Joe Holling. Holling is 0 for 2. Strikeout, ground to short, and walked. And a pitch that swept right over the plate. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. And that just missed. Fastball just missed inside. Pitch is outside. Ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. Pitch is outside for ball 3. And the pitch. And it missed for ball 4. That's going to bring up Vinny Fonte, who is 0 for 1. Grounded to second and then has walked twice. That walk to Holling was the 10th walk given up by Cavalier pitchers. And 1 ball to Fonte. Pitch is low for ball 2. Gash delivers. And it's low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 runners on, 1 out. And he got a called strike on the inside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike now with 1 out. And the pitch, check swing, strike called. Count is full. 1 down. And the pitch, check swing, ball 4. And we have time called as Pete Bartingale heads out to the mound. And he takes the ball. Looks like we're going to get Mitch Voller to come in to pitch. And while we wait for that to happen, we'll take this time out. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
And we're back here at Carson Park. New pitcher for the Cavaliers is Mitch Voller. The numbers on Bryson Gash, he threw an inning and a third, did not give up any runs, so none of them were earned. Did not give up any hits either. He did strike out 2, but the other thing he did is he walked 4. And update the numbers on Jackson Faulkner. He was responsible for the runners on base when he was relieved, and one of those scored. So he did give up 1 run that was earned. So Mitch Voller coming in. And Blake Johnson at the plate for the Bears. Bases loaded. There's the wind and the pitch. Chopper foul behind the plate. No balls and a strike. Blake Johnson went down looking his last time up and did not like the call. In fact, he's 1 for 3 today. Wide open stance. Foul off the right side.
Ball brought to you by Flanagan Sports. Open weekdays 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
He singled to short his first time up. It was in the grass, and Vance just had nowhere to go with it. And then he flew to right and struck out looking. Short little blooper out into right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. One run's in, and they hold the runners. So coming in to score is Lasher. That gets charged to Gash. And that's going to bring up J.D. Pressure. He's 0 for 1 and walked twice. Swing and a miss. Foul back for strike one. Bases still loaded. Score now 8-1. Here's the wind and the pitch. Inside. Potential game-ending run is on first now. Here's the wind and the pitch by Voller. Just missed low. Two balls and a strike to J.D. Pressure. There's the wind and the pitch. Broken bat, looper, foul. Cooper Kapanke just unable to quite get to it. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a new bat. This time it's an orange bat. Let's see if that does anything. There's the wind and the pitch. Swing and fouled into the dirt. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Voller winds, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Pressure goes down on strikes. That's going to bring up Matt Miller. Miller is 1 for 3 with a walk also. He struck out looking his last time up. And that one got him. And that brings in a run. Joe Hollings came in to score. And Nate Kent comes to the plate. Kent walked his last time up. It was an RBI walk. In fact, he's walked twice today. Struck out and singled. Pitch is outside. I think by the end of this game, Tymon's arms are going to be about 3 inches longer for the times he's had to reach for the ball. Base is still loaded, 2 down. There's the wind and the pitch. Just outside. Ball 2. The windup and the 2-0 pitch. Chopper to second. Toss to first for the third out inning. So, for the Bears, they do pick up, 2 runs on 1 hit. No Cavalier errors, and the bases were left loaded. So, we've completed 5.5. And it's the Bears 9, Cavaliers 1. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
For a better way to bank, switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Carson Park on Wednesday, May 25th, where they face the Boomer.
And we're back here at Carson Park. Hey, don't forget, coming up on May 31st, that's Tuesday, May 31st, it's the annual Billy Noss game. And you'll want to be at Carson Park when the Cavaliers take on these same Bears in the annual Billy Noss Memorial Game. Help the Cavaliers and the Bears celebrate the memory of Eau Claire sports icon Billy Noss. And if you can't make it to Carson Park, join us right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-TV. And our coverage will begin at 6 o'clock with the In the Dugout show, followed by all the play-by-play action. So, leading off for the Cavaliers, Caden Erickson. He's 0 for 2 today. And he laces a base hit. No, it's caught. Boy, it looked like that was going to fall in, but it was a liner. Right out to center field. And moving over to make the catch was Sherpke. That brings up Campbell Kapanke. Campbell's 0 for 2. Pitch is low and away for ball 1. Cavaliers took a lead in the bottom of the second inning, 1-0, but since then it's been all Bears. The pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. Here's the wind and the pitch. Shot foul back into the screen. Here's the windup and the pitch. Counts even at 2-2. And the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Foul ball down the third base line. Pitch is inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Check swing, ball 4. And Campbell Kapanke is on base. That's only the third walk given up by Zacco. That brings up Ryan Vinny, who's 0 for 2. Pitch is outside. Ball 1. Sun trying to come out, but it's been doing that this afternoon. Doesn't last very long. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw over to first. Back in plenty of time was Kapanke. And the pitch. Fouled off the left side.
That ball brought to you by Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV. They webcast NWIRC ice racing.
And the pitch. Line shot and dropped by the first baseman. Pressure, but he picks it up and gets over to the bag in time. That goes as a 3 unassisted. And it keeps the no-hitter alive as Cooper Kapanke comes up. Don't forget, Cooper is our Geno's player of the game. If he should happen to get an extra base hit, he'll get a free appetizer tomorrow out at Geno's. Long shot out into right field, and that's going to fall in, and I think you're going to get your free appetizer because that's a double, and Cooper Kapanke checks in with a 2-bagger. And so don't forget, tomorrow head on out to Geno's Pizza out by Chaos Water Park and Action City and mention Cooper's name and get your free appetizer. Cole Timon stepping up. That, by the way, is also the first hit for the Cavaliers this afternoon. Spoils the no-hitter for Zacco. And with all that happening, Cooper's brother Campbell came around and scored. And a ground ball over to short, picked up, throw over to first, in time, and Timon goes down 6-3. But for the Cavaliers, they pick up 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 left on base. We've completed 6, and the score, the Eau Claire Bears 9, Cavaliers 2. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Geno's Pizza.
That's because Geno's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Geno's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Geno's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Geno's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Geno's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
And we're back here at Carson Park. I want to remind you again, after seeing that ad, one more time, that Cooper Kapanke came through for you. He's our Geno's player of the game, and he got the extra base hit, which entitles you to a free appetizer out at Geno's tomorrow. So make sure you get out there and take advantage of that. Heading into the top of the 7th inning. This one's scheduled for 7. And then a little bit later, we have a second one coming your way. We do have some between game entertainment for you. as we help celebrate the 150th anniversary of the city of Eau Claire. And that's coming up at between the two games. Mitch Voller on the mound for the Cavs. And he's just wrapping up his warm-up tosses. Jim Till, Todd Lasher, and Jack Sherpke are due up for the Bears. There is action down in the Cavalier bullpen, and I can't see who that is either. You know, Dan, we got to remember binoculars.
In between innings?
Between games?
Or between games? I think I have the binoculars in the car.
That can be your task then, after you do the errand that I'm sending you on, and then go out to the car, because we got about 20 minutes or so between games. Tucker Spragia appears to be the one warming up out in the bullpen. And the first pitch by Voller is outside for ball one to Jim Till. Till is 1 for 4 today with a double. It was a 2 RBI double. Pitch is called, strike over the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the wind and the pitch. Chopped foul right in the dirt. And he goes down swinging. So, Till is the first out. Brings up Todd Lasher. Lasher is 1 for 2 with a double. He's also walked and was hit by the pitch. Pitch is in the dirt for a ball. And Voller looking in for the sign. Here's the wind and the pitch. Grounder right back to Voller. And tosses it over to Pogo for the second out. And that's going to bring Jack Sherpke. Sherpke is 1 for 4. He singled his first time up, then flew out, struck out, and flew out. And the first pitch is a grounder over to Erickson. Picks it up. And holy cow, it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they shut down the Bears 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 6.5. Cavs have one more chance at the plate. And the Cavs trail 9-2. As you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
And we're back here at Carson Park heading into the bottom of the 7th inning. Cavs need to get a little something going here. In fact, they need to get a lot of something going here, trailing by 7 in the 7th. But stranger things have happened. And so one of the things they say about baseball, it's not governed by a time clock. So as long as you're swinging the bat, you're going to be just fine. Leading off for the Cavaliers is the first baseman, Anthony Pogodzinski, who's gone down on strikes twice. Zacco wheels and deals. Pogo chops it foul down the first baseline. Zacco looking to pick up his complete game. There's the wind and the pitch in the dirt. And the pitch. Line shot out into right field for a base hit. Pogo checks in at first. That's going to bring up Connor O'Reilly. Oh, check that. We have a new hitter. So Tucker Spragia is in for Connor O'Reilly. Tucker Spragia. First pitch is a strike. And the second pitch is called strike over the inside corner. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spragia batting .286 for the Cavaliers. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Picked up their throw over to second for 1. And Spragia gets on the fielder's choice. So Pogo is out at second. Spragia safe at first. And that brings up Chase Yeager. Nope. Nix is coming up. This will be Jalen Nix. Or Jaden Nix, I should say. And the pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 down, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th inning. Scheduled for 2 today. Between games, we'll have a shortened version of Talkin' Baseball. Ground ball to short. Throw over to second. And they got the out at first. A 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to do it for game number 1. Final score, the Bears 9 and the Cavaliers 2. We'll be back with a summary and talking baseball right after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Carson Park as the Cavaliers drop the opener of this doubleheader against the Eau Claire Bears by a score of 9-2. And the winning pitcher was Joel Zacco, and the losing pitcher was Ethan Kjellberg. Zacco is now 2-0 on the season, and Kjellberg is 0-2. The Bears go to 3-1 in the CRBL, and the Cavs go to 1-3. Game number 2 coming up shortly. For the Cavaliers, they picked up 2 runs on 2 hits, and there were no errors that they committed. For the Bears, they had 9 runs on 6 hits. And I'm taking a quick look here at errors committed by the Bears. That's almost poetic. Let's see. I see 3 errors. And the Bears walked 12 times. A couple of players were hit by the pitch. So the Cavaliers have got to do a better job of finding the strike zone. That's all there is to it. And they have to get the sticks going in game number 2. We're going to take a real quick time out here. We'll come back and put a wrap on this first one. You're tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
And we're back here at Carson Park.
Maybe. Do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Okay, here we go. All right, we're getting it straightened out here. And looks like we do have I'm tripping all over stuff. I'll tell you what. Let's just do this. Let's just remind you that the next Cavalier game is in about 20 minutes. And we're going to have that for you here on NLWN-TV. And today's Cavalier game, the first game, was brought to you by Gino's Pizza right next to Action City. Voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row. Midwest Environmental Consultants, lawn care and soil testing experts for the Chippewa Valley. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Comfort food the way Mom used to make it. Callista Salon on Water Street in Eau Claire. Call 715-864-5332 for a reservation. Muldoon's Menswear on Hastings Way, where the well-dressed men of Eau Claire shop. And Royal Credit Union, where they're different in a good way. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Dan Petchow, Cassie Johnson, Ann Monroe, and Jeremy DeGrosse, this is Rick Olson, and you've been tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned as coming up is Between Game Entertainment, followed by Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.